Prairiesteamer channel, and today I'm out here on the prairie with an actual steam engine. We're out here for the Tired Iron Show here at the Santa Fe Trail Center just west of Larned, Kansas. We do this every year, so in future you ought to come out and see us. This here is a 1917 Case steam traction engine. It was made by the J.I. Case Threshing Machine Company in Racine, Wisconsin. It's a 75 horse case. It's rated at 75 horsepower on the belt and 25 horsepower on the drawbar. This engine runs on steam, obviously. The boiler is rated at 140 pounds per square inch. The steam comes out top of the boiler through the steam dome, up through a throttle valve, through a governor, and into the cylinder. And this cylinder has an 11-inch bore and an 11-inch stroke. Steam is admitted to either side of the piston. There's a slide valve which alternates, directing steam to one side, then exhausts the other, then steam drives it back the other way, so that's what's called double acting. So 11-inch bore, 11-inch stroke, pushes the crosshead back and forth through the connecting rod to the crank disc, and that's what drives the engine. The exhaust steam comes out of the bottom of the cylinder, out of the bottom of the steam chest, and into this feed water heater, which preheats the feed water going into the boiler, gives a little more economy. Another nice thing about that is the exhaust steam, as it exits the feed water heater, goes into an exhaust nozzle which directs a jet of steam up the stack, and that jet of steam up the stack helps induce a draft on the fire, which makes the fire burn hotter. So the harder the engine is running, the more draft through the firebox, and the better it steams. So that's kind of a really nice feature. The harder it works, the more steam, and the better it produces steam. So now that we kind of looked at the side of the boiler here, let's take a look at the operator's platform. Let's go ahead and climb on the operator's platform and take a look at some of the controls. Of course, here you have the back of the boiler. This is the firebox. You take a look inside here, you can see the fire. Right now I'm burning coal. This engine can burn coal or wood. There are even attachments to where you burn straw with them. Typically light it off on wood. Once you get a nice fire going in there, you can start feeding some coal in. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. We've got a coal bunker up here, holds quite a bit of coal. Close that up. Now, if I want to start this engine, all I have to do is open the throttle. I've got about 90 pounds on it right now, so I've got the reverse gear here in forward position, and all I have to do is open the throttle, admit some steam. There she goes. Now that we've got the engine running, we got some draft up the stack. You can see that really wakes up the fire, so it's burning a lot hotter right now. Some of the other controls, we've got, as mentioned, the reverser here. This controls both forward and reverse. It doesn't have a transmission. If you want to run the engine in reverse, you move this lever and it changes the valve timing and makes the engine run the other direction. So if I want to switch directions, all I have to do is push the lever forward and the engine runs the other way. So that's how you get the engine to run. Now, if you want to actually move the machine, you have to engage the clutch over here, which engages a pair of shoes inside of the flywheel over here. So as I pull this back, it engages the gears and off we go. Good, I didn't run over the camera. Now that we've got the engine all fired up, let's take it for a little trip around the grounds. We've got the reverse lever here in the forward position, so all I should need to do is open the throttle. Away we go. I can control the speed with the throttle, but there's also a governor that limits the maximum speed to 250 RPM, so no matter how far I open up the throttle, it won't go more than 250. But if I need to maneuver it or move the engine around in tight spaces, you can cut the throttle back so you're not traveling as fast, because at 250 RPM you're traveling at a whole 2.5 miles an hour. actual show starts tomorrow. We're just out here today to test the do the hydrostatic tests on the engines to make sure that the boilers are safe. Fire them up, make sure everything's working okay, because the real show is going to be tomorrow. We'll be using this engine on the plow. We'll be pulling an 8-bottom John Deere plow, and also the day after tomorrow I'll be running this on the tractor pulls. So I'll be sure to include some of the footage of those events here on this video. So I hope you enjoy this so far, and we'll see you tomorrow. Raise and lower a pair of the plow shears. So when you want to start plowing, you drop it into the ground, and then when you get to the end of the row, you can lift them up out of the ground. This is a John Deere plow. Don't know too much of the history of it or when it was made, but this is period correct for plowing with this 1917 engine.